Greetings, everyone. It's Patrick Oborn, co-founder of Telarus, coming to you live today from Telarus Studio 19, home of our famous COVID-19 studios. I have the pleasure today to have as our guest, Mr. Jim Murphy, CEO and founder of Broadvoice. Jim, welcome to the program today, sir.
Thank you, Patrick. Thanks for having me on.
Great. Well, let's start off by talking Broadvoice. Let's talk a little bit about Broadvoice's channel. A lot of companies started out in direct sales and then said, oh, we want some channel revenue. Let's figure out a deal registration system and a way for our direct sales team to play nice with the channel and all of the fun, byproducts that come off of that. Tell us a little bit about how you guys have been channel focused really since the creation of your company.
So I would actually say that instead of channel focused, we're more channel centric, right?
Yeah.
If you look around at a lot of these carriers out there and how they build their sales teams, you really hit it on the head. Channel to them is just one other way to grow revenue alongside their inside team and outside direct teams, right? So, what do those companies call channel? They believe their channel is made up of agents, right? We believe that our channel is made up of partners. And why? Because they're partners for a reason. This is a true partnership. We believe the partner is the trusted advisor to the customer. Our success and the partner success is intimately tied together. So we designed our business around how best to serve the partner community.
No, that's fantastic. And just talking a little bit about your position in the marketplace. There's 800-pound, million-pound gorillas out there that have investors and Wall Street and everybody else in their business. You guys are privately held, and you guys also not only own your own company, but you own your own source code. Talk to us a little bit about b-hive and how you guys built it and why you built it and why it's important that you can control every aspect of that product.
So I don't know if you know this, but years ago, when we first came into the market, we ran both a BroadSoft platform and a Metaswitch platform. But what we found was that the pace of change customers were asking for wasn't keeping up with these off-the-shelf solutions. So we went out and we purchased our own platform, but purchased a company out here in Southern California. And, because owning our own platform and owning our own proprietary technology allows us to be nimble and quickly roll out products and features that our customers are looking for. I mean, it's been an adventure, and it didn't come without challenges, but right. The place we're in today and where we can go from here is really exciting because we know the needs of SMBs are unique and changing, but we have more power to deliver on that quickly. And then lastly, owning your own platform also allows you the flexibility to price your own service the way you want to. I'd probably say there's very few carriers out there that have the option of the call path solution for UCaaS like we do.
Yeah, not only do you have basically your three PBX levels, your basic, your standard, and your pro, but you've also got call paths, you've also got SIP trunking, and you've also got contact center, and that's very uncommon. Most of the time, it's just hosted seats. That's all you get, and you guys, kind of speak to maybe some legacy people. I've seen some hybrid scenarios where you guys have some on-prem, some cloud, and any mishmash in between. Talk to us about how that's important and how not everybody is just jumping all into cloud, and some people are kind of baby stepping their way there.
Yeah, a lot of times you have different scenarios for every different opportunity you run into, and you're right. So there are some companies. We run into a lot of multi-location deals where some of them have deep capex dollars into a premise-based solution, and they're not quite ready to write it off. But then they've got a bunch of other stores or locations or headquarters that need, they want a cloud deployment, and maybe the headquarters wants some contact center. They want it all rolled into one bill, and they want a discount or some type of credit for the size of an account they are overall. So we have a solution for all that, and we can put it all in one paper.
Yeah, and you guys recently, well, not recently, but you guys acquired YipTel, and those of us who did a lot of business with YipTel know that they had a hosted product, but they also had some on-prem and some hybrid, and all of that is now proprietary to Broadvoice, and you guys have a lot of flexibility on that front where almost none of your peers do. Talk to us a little bit about on the cloud side, how you guys have really added some recent rollouts of technology that allows you guys to interface and work cloud to cloud with Salesforce and work cloud to cloud with Microsoft Teams and a lot of other integrations, which are crucial in the UCaaS game now, because it's not about just having phone system in the cloud. you've got to make sure that you can do screen pops with Salesforce when your phone system in the cloud is getting hit by a customer from a recognizable number.
Right. I wish I could say I was the genius that knew we were going to roll these products out this year because of COVID. But, I would say, look, we all know this is a rapidly evolving market. I will say that COVID definitely, I would say, accelerated some of the trends we expected to see 2 to 3 years from now in the SMB and mid-market space. I'll give you an example. Last month, we did our first customer advisory board, and it was a mix of healthcare, agricultural, and manufacturing customers. They were really pleased with the platform, how easy it is to use, and how quickly they were able to pivot to remote work and leverage stuff like Microsoft Teams and our own Broadvoice communicator. So that's exactly the kind of solution that we want to be able to deliver with b-hive.
Yeah, and it's kind of really good timing, I guess I could say it, because this was on your product roadmap far before COVID-19 hit. But you guys completed the project literally weeks before COVID-19 shut the whole world down. Talk to us a little bit about your response to COVID-19, not only from a technology perspective, but just from a customer service perspective.
So first, I would want to acknowledge that the way the channel as a whole responded to COVID was incredible. When the shelter-in-place orders first came out in March, I had conversations with partners, with Telarus, even with our competitors. And, the way that everyone kind of rallied around and how to help our customers and help each other was really heartwarming. So for us, we, service primarily the SMB and mid-market space. A lot of our customers are in the healthcare industry, and we knew we had to respond to help them. So we set up a dedicated COVID toll-free number, and we, to help with deferred billing, with credits, with customer exemptions, contract exemptions, and discounted services. I mean, it built up to about $1 million at one point in deferred billings and credits earlier this year. But the net result was that we hardly lost any customers at all. Churn was extremely low, and we're really pleased that we were able to help those customers in any way we could. And we'll continue to do so, even though the future is a little uncertain.
Now that's fantastic. Having the right tools and the right partners in your bag of tricks, especially as we continue through this uncertain period, is really key. If there was one thing that you would like our sales partners to know, Jim, about Broadvoice and about, whether it's your company, your culture, your product, how you deal with people, what would that one thing be?
So, look, this is a crowded space. Everyone knows this, right? You know it more than anyone else. The two things that everybody needs to know is, can you trust your customer?
You're only allowed one thing. No, I'm just kidding. Give us the two things, the two things that everybody should know about Broadvoice.
Well, look, here's the thing, and this is what probably a lot of other carriers do. The two things is making sure you have you can give the customer the proper solution and a brilliant experience, and making it easier to work with the partner. But here's the one thing that I would say that I would want people that have never heard of Broadvoice to know. We like to have fun. That's the truth of it. If you've ever seen our weekly channel roundup videos, or you've had a chance to spend any time with any of our team members, it's the basis of what our company culture is about, is having fun. So I've been lucky to develop some really good friendships with a lot of our partners that we work with. And when it comes down to it, you want to work with people that you really like, right? So I would ask anybody out there that maybe has never heard of Broadvoice, do you really enjoy the vendors you work with? Or are they just a vendor? And are you rooting for them to succeed? And are they rooting for you to succeed? And I'll leave it at that.
No, I love that. And I would be remiss if I didn't bring up an experience that we had together in Costa Rica where one of us actually got, dressed up, and I can't remember if it was a monkey outfit or whatever, but it was exceptionally funny. And we had an exceptionally good time with your kids, with Sam's kids and my kids. It was tremendous. And we value everyone who you've got on your team, from Sam down to Mike Gottwalt, former Telarus vice president that's on your team now. A lot of good DNA in terms of people who know how to have fun, people who you can relate to. And like you said, life is short, and doing business with people you like is really the ultimate luxury. And I think I read that in one of the books that it's on your wall behind you. I can't remember which one it was. But thanks for being on our show today, Jim. Thanks for bringing your wisdom. Thanks for bringing by osmosis the wisdom of all of those books on the wall. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate the ability to work with your team day in and day out. So thank you for being on the program, Jim.
Thank you guys for everything you do.
And if you would like to learn more about Broadvoice, about their products, about b-hive, and how to sell them and recommend them to your partners, how to price them out to your customers, please give Telarus a call. We would love to talk to you. As I mentioned, Broadvoice and Telarus have DNA that's very intertwined. We love working with them. We know how to work with them, and we understand their product, and they understand us and our ecosystem. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching today. Everybody take care. Jim, thanks again, my friend.